Mushroom crochet kits are available to purchase at pipashang.com. It comes with all of the material listed here. You're going to need the 6.5 mm hook, some pins, yarn needle, stitch marker and stuffing, as well as the super boogie yarn for the color of the mushroom you are using, and also some of the medium weight yarn for making facial details. Before we start, I just want to let you know that I also have a playlist called Amigurumi 101. In that playlist, there are plenty of slower paced tutorials, so if you need extra help with certain stitches or getting familiar with certain techniques, please check it out. Make a new loop with brown color yarn. Cross the yarn over, then fold down. Use your hook to put a yarn in the middle to form a new loop. To make the chain, yarn over hook and pull through. Repeat one more time. Now you have 2 chains. Insert your hook into the first chain, yarn over hook, pull through. Now you have 2 loops. Yarn over hook again and pull through both loops to form a single crochet. Next, insert your hook into the same stitch, yarn over hook, pull through, yarn over hook, pull through both loops to make a second single crochet. Now you're going to repeat this 4 more times to make a total of 6 single crochet. Here's the third. Here's the fourth. Fifth. And here's the 6th, the last single crochet of this round. At the end of every round, you're going to insert your stitch marker in the last stitch of the round. For the second round, we are going to make an increase 6 times. Push your hook into the first stitch and make 1 single crochet. An increase consists of 2 single crochets, so you're going to insert your hook back into the same stitch and make a second single crochet. So now we have 2 single crochet in 1 stitch. Next, we're just going to repeat by making an increase in the next stitch. That's 1 single crochet. And here's the second single crochet. On the third stitch, same thing. I'm making 1 single crochet, and then in the same stitch, make another single crochet. On the fourth stitch, 1 single crochet, making 1 more. Now it's an increase. On the 5th, that's 1 single crochet, making 1 more, so now it's an increase. When you get to the 6th stitch, take out your stitch marker and then continue to make an increase. That's 1, and that's 2. Make sure to mark the end of the round by inserting the marker on the last stitch. For this round, you should have a total of 12 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. For the third round, we are going to follow a sequence. First, push your hook into the first stitch, make 1 single crochet. On the next stitch, make an increase. That's 1. And that's 2. So make a single crochet followed by an increase. You're going to repeat this same sequence for a total of 6 times. So a single crochet, and then an increase. So now I've finished the sequence the second time. So again, a single crochet, and then an increase. So we finish it the third time. A single crochet, and then an increase. So here's the fourth time. A single crochet, then an increase, so here's the fifth time. A single crochet, followed by an increase. So now we repeat it for 6 times and we are done. Make sure to insert your stitch marker. In this round, we should have a total of 18 stitches. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. For round 4, again, let's follow a sequence. Make 2 single crochet, then increase. On the first stitch, make 1 single crochet. On the second stitch, make 1 single crochet. And then on the third stitch, make 2 single crochet because it is an increase. One, 2, and then increase. Repeat this sequence 5 more times. And here is the end of round 4. For round 5, you're going to start a sequence by making 1 single crochet, increase, then 1 single crochet. In the first stitch, make 1 single crochet. In the second stitch, make 2 single crochet or an increase. In the third stitch, make 1 single crochet. Again, the sequence is 1 single crochet, an increase, then 1 single crochet. Repeat the sequence 7 more times. Here is the end of round 5. For round 6, you're going to repeat a sequence. This time, make 3 single crochet, then an increase. In the first stitch, make 1 single crochet. In the second stitch, make 1 single crochet. In the third stitch, make 1 single crochet. And in the fourth stitch, make 2 single crochet or increased. One, two, three, that's an increase. Then you will repeat the sequence 7 more times. Here is the end of round 6. For round 7, follow this sequence. Make 2 single crochet, followed by an increase, and then make 2 more single crochet. In the first stitch, make 1 single crochet. In the second stitch, make 1 single crochet. In the third stitch, increase. In the fourth stitch, make 1 single crochet. In the fifth stitch, make 1 single crochet. Again is 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, increase, 1 single crochet, and then 1 single crochet. Repeat this sequence for 7 more times. And here is what round 7 should look like at the end. For round 8 through 11, for the total full round, all we're going to do is make 1 single crochet in each stitch. This is also known as single crochet around because that's all we're going to do. So as you can see, just keep making 1 single crochet in each stitch until you have full round completed. 1, 2, 3, 4. So here we're at the end of round 11. Now we have to change the color of the yarn from brown to white. To do that, I'm going to undo my last stitch by pulling out the yarn, making sure that I only have 2 loops left, and then insert my hook back. Now grab a new piece of yarn in white color, wrap it around the hook like this, then pull through both loops. You want to make sure to hold on to the tails of the color change. Hold on to the long end of the brown and short end of the white. Then continue with round 12. For round 12, we're only going to crochet in the back loop only. As you can see, I'm only grabbing the back side of the loop that is farther away from me. Now, hold on to both tails. Wrap it in front of the hook as you crochet and make a single crochet. So for round 12, all you're going to do is make single crochet around, but only in the back loop. You can also cut the yarn out, the old color yarn, so that it's not in the way. Again, insert your hook into the back loop. Then you can continue to make a single crochet, 1 in each stitch. Continue until you reach the rest of the round. And here is the end of round 12. For round 13, make 2 single crochet, decrease, then 2 single crochet. insert your hook into the first stitch, make 1 single crochet. In the second stitch, make 1 single crochet. To make a decrease, insert your hook into the third stitch, yarn over hook, and then pull through. Now, insert your hook into the fourth stitch, yarn over hook, and then pull through. Now you see that you have 3 loops, yarn over hook, and pull through all 3 loops. This is a decrease. Insert your hook into the 5th stitch, make 1 single crochet. On the 6th stitch, also make 1 single crochet. So 2 single crochet, a decrease, then 2 single crochet. You're going to repeat this sequence 7 more times. And here is what round 13 looks like at the end. For round 14, make 3 single crochet followed by decrease. So in the first stitch, make 1 single crochet. In the second stitch, make 1 single crochet. In the third stitch, make 1 single crochet. And then we're going to make a decrease in the 4th and 5th stitch. One, 2, 3, then decrease. Repeat this sequence for 7 more times. Here is the end of round 14. For round 15, repeat this sequence. 1 single crochet, decrease, and then 1 single crochet. That's 1 single crochet, that's a decrease, and that's 1 single crochet. 1 decrease, 1. Repeat the same sequence for 7 more times. Here's what round 15 looks like at the end. Now let's add some stuffing in the mushroom. I actually like to stuff by pushing out the stuffing to the side near the edge of the mushroom before adding more stuffing in the middle. Just add some stuffing. It doesn't have to be too much right now since we're not done with the piece yet. We can always add more later on. For round 16, we're going to single crochet around. However, this time it will be in the front loop. What I'm showing you is the back loop, and the front loop should be the loop closest to you. So here's the front loop. Make 1 single crochet in each of the stitch, just like that. Here I'm also grabbing the front loop and I'm making another single crochet in another stitch. You're going to repeat that until you reach the end of the round. Actually, let me show you a little bit closer. This is the front loop and then that is the back. Here is the end of round 16. For round 17, we're going to make 3 single crochet followed by an increase. In the first stitch, make 1 single crochet. In the second stitch, make 1 single crochet. In the third stitch, also make 1 single crochet. In the fourth stitch, increase. One, two, three, then increase. Repeat this sequence 5 more times. Here is the end of round 17. For round 18 to 19, you're just going to single crochet around for 2 rounds. And here is the end of round 19. For round 20, we are going to make 9 single crochet, then increase. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then increase. That's an increase. Repeat the sequence for 2 more times. Here is the end of round 20. For round 21, make 5 single crochet, increase, then 5 more single crochet. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then an increase. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Repeat the sequence 2 more times. Here is the end of round 21. For round 22, make 4 single crochet, then decrease. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And thus a decrease. Repeat this 5 more times. Here's the end of round 22. For round 23, make 3 single crochet, then decrease. 1, 2, 3, 'That's a decrease. 1, 2, 3, then decrease. Follow the sequence for 5 more times. Now let's add more stuffing. For round 24, make 1 single crochet, then decrease. 1 single crochet, that's a decrease. Repeat the sequence for 7 more times. Here's the end of the round 24. Now let's add a little bit more stuffing. For round 25, we are only going to decrease for a total of 8 times. That's 1 decrease. Repeat for 7 more times. Now that we are done with the last round, let's cut off this yarn. This is also called finishing off your work, and pull out the yarn tail. Next, we are going to embroider the eyes using a long piece of dark brown medium size yarn, or also known as size 4 yarn. You're going to insert the yarn into your needle. Then the eye is going to go between round 18 and 19. The way you're going to count is from the bottom. That's round 25, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18. So between that 18 and 19. So what I like to do is inserting the needle from the bottom and then just pull it out. And now you're going to insert the needle back into and then pull out through the bottom. You'll see that the length or the height of the eyes are 2 stitches long. All we're going to do here is mark the location for now. I'm going to repeat the same thing on the other side. So you're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4. So that would be how far the other eyes are apart. So only 4 stitches apart for both of the eyes. And then we're going to repeat the same things. We want to mark the location of where the eyes will be at. Now that we have already marked the location of the eyes, we're going to embroider over and over again at the same location repeatedly, just to make the eyes slightly thicker. Right now the eye is very thin since we only wrap around 1 piece of yarn. We're going to do this a couple of times. And each time you will notice that the eyes will get slightly more thicker. So this is the second time compared to the first time on the other side. And here's my third time. I'm just trying to make sure that the piece of yarn doesn't overlap at the same spot. You want it to offset a little bit so that it creates that thickness sideways. If there's any of the cream yarn that is, on top of the brown yarn on the eye, you can kind of trim it out a little bit. But don't cut too much because you don't want to cut into the yarn itself. And then it could also help to shape the eyes a little bit. And repeat for the other eye. Next, we are going to make the smiley mouth. So again, just push your needle from the bottom up. The smile will go on round 19. You can see that it's on the lower part of the eye. I'm going to insert the needle back in. You'll notice that the width is actually 2 stitches long. And I'm going to insert the needle right under it in the middle, because we want to sort of wrap around that piece of yarn to form a smiley face. Simply pull it down and then insert the needle back into that same hole where the yarn is currently at. This is currently one of my favorite methods in order to sort of shape the embroidery detail. So here we got the smile. As for the tails, you can just tie them together to form a knot. This will help secure any loose tail if you actually tied it tight together, but not tie too tight because it might pull out your embroidered work previously. All we need to do is just kind of secure it a little bit, and then you can kind of either trim it off with a scissor or just hide the rest of the tail inside the body of the mushroom. Next, we are going to make the cheek blushes on both sides of the eye. It's going to go on between round 19 and 20. So basically at the bottom of the eye, as you can see. It's just gonna be one stitch away right next to the eye. We're going to use the same embroidered method as when we were making the eye. Simply kind of wrap around repeatedly until the cheek brushes is thick enough. Right now we're going to make the arms, and basically you're going to start with a new loop using the cream super bulky yarn. Make 2 chains, and then in the first chain make 5 single crochet. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For round 2, all we're going to do is single around. So in each stitch, we are making 1 single crochet, 1, 2, 'Because the piece is smaller, it might be slightly harder to push in the hook, but hang in there. 3, 4, 5. So now we are done with the first arm. Now simply grab your scissors and cut off the tail. Make sure to finish it off with a long tail because we need that to sew. You can also cut off the tail in the middle because we don't need that, and hide it inside the arm. Also make sure to make 2 arms. The leg patterns actually look very similar to the arm. However, instead of 5 stitches, you're going to add 1 more. So it's going to be 6 stitches for the first round and second round. Now let's try to position the arm right by the cheek blushes. When trying to position the arms or legs or other parts in place, I like to use the pin. Make sure that it's really secure because you don't want to sew and then have your parts move as you are sewing, because that will not be good. Because you want to make sure that you sew it at the location you want it to sew. In the past, I didn't use pins and I made a lot of mistakes. So now I learned from my mistake and just make sure to use a couple of pins, you know, to really hold down the parts so that they don't get shifted. And it's also nice to pin all the pieces first so that you kind of know in general where they are gonna be at. And just making sure they are all symmetrical. Now to sew all the pieces, we can start with the first arm and simply put the tail into the needle. Then you can just start sewing. What I like to do is I like to kind of grab some yarn on the big piece, in this case it's the body, with my needle, and then alternate between that body and the arm itself. I like to insert my needle inside out because I find that the texture looks slightly better. It looks like the piece actually joined when you do it like that. So then now I'm gonna grab a yarn piece from the body and then just pull it through. Same thing, I'm gonna go back to the arm, insert it inside and out, and then pull it all the way through. And now we're going to go back to the body, grab a piece of yarn close by, insert it, and pull through. So yeah, so we're just gonna keep repeating this process over and over until both pieces are totally joined. for the shiitake mushroom, we're also going to make an X shape right on top of the cap to represent sort of like a cut mushroom, you know. And in order to do that, we're going to use the cream color yarn. So I'm going to insert into the stitch where I have the pin mark earlier. Yeah, so all we're going to do here is sew an X shape. Now that we are all done with sewing the parts for the shiitake mushroom, next I'm going to sew this whole cloth. And I found out from my friend that this method that I'm showing you here, where you just insert your needle and then insert it out into another stitch and then just keep going in circle. This is a very neat way to really close the hole, because I can just pull onto my yarn and the hole will just be tightened. And once the hole is closed, I can try to reshape the bottom of the mushroom a tiny bit before trying to really hide this tail inside the body. Okay, and for those who are making the red mushroom and need to make a spot, you're going to need a white yarn. You're gonna start by making a new loop and then chain 2 times. Next step, insert your hook into the first chain and make 6 single crochet in that chain. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. Again, make sure to insert your stitch marker at the last stitch of the round. For round 2 of the spot, all you're going to do here is increase in each of the stitch around. So that's going to be a total of 6 times. Okay, that's 1 increase. That's 2. That's 3. Four, 5, 6. So now we are done. Now let's cut off the yarn with the long tail since we need that to sew with. Okay, and then here is the spot for the red mushroom. You're going to need 5 of them to sew on top as shown here.